Sheriff of Charlotte County. 7474, Utilities Road. Punta Gorda, Florida, 33982. 941-639-2101. FHS. State of Florida. County of Charlotte. State of Florida. Plaintiff. V.S. Engberg, Douglas. Dobb, April 4, 61. 3837, Bermuda Court. Punta Gorda, Florida 00000. Defendant. Engberg, Douglas, Defendant. Before me, a notary public, Gerard, Joshua Affiant, personally appeared, who being duly sworn alleges on information and belief, that in Charlotte County, the state of Florida, the defendant Engberg, Douglas did commit the offense, s. listed to wit. 784.03101, battery by intentional touch or strike, Lef M. Deg F 2560. OCA/K/warrant number, 23-03516. Arrest date/time, October 15, 23, 1528. Arrest location, 3837, Bermuda Court. Punta Gorda, Florida. 33,950. Related OCA/case numbers. Probable cause for this arrest is as follows. On Saturday, October 14, 2023, at approximately 11:59 a.m., while working marked uniformed patrol within the city limits of Punta Gorda, located in Charlotte County, Florida, I was dispatched to a call regarding a past battery that occurred at the intersection of W. Olympia Ave and Taylor St. I made phone contact with the reporting party, Andrew, who advised that he was protesting on the south-east corner of the aforementioned intersection. According to Andrew, he was displaying a large sign, depicting a Nazi flag and a blue line flag. Andrew was also equipped with two separate body-worn cameras that were recording at the time of the incident. At approximately 11:55 a.m., an unknown party driving a white newer model white Lincoln pickup truck with polished chrome accents sprayed Andrew with a pepper spray fogger as they drove past him. Andrew immediately chased after the vehicle, which was traveling east on W. Olympia Ave. Andrew noted that the vehicle was equipped with a tag that had a sheriff's office logo on it, and he was also able to identify the Florida tag number, FA67C. Upon speaking with Andrew via telephone, he reported that he was affected by the chemical spray and had to return home. Prior to reporting the incident, to wash the pepper spray off of him. According to Andrew, the pepper spray saturated his sign, his clothing, as well as himself. Andrew stated that he did not sustain any injury as a result of the chemical spray. However, he did request advice on how to recover from the effects of the spray. Andrew informed me that he was able to review his video footage and stated he believes the person who sprayed him was the same person that he had gotten into a verbal altercation with approximately 10 minutes before the battery occurred. Andrew stated that an unknown white male, approximately 65 years old, wearing brown hiking boots, camouflage shorts, a gray sleeveless shirt, a green bandana, and dark sunglasses aggressively approached him as he was protesting and demanded that he leave and put his sign away. The verbal altercation was brief, and no threats were made at the time by either party. Andrew provided me with video footage of this interaction, which depicts a newer model white Ford Lincoln pickup truck honk his horn at Andrew as it is traveling east on W. Olympia Ave, just before turning into a dirt parking lot, located at 201 W. Olympia Ave, directly across the street to the west of where Andrew is standing. The vehicle can be seen from the perspective of Sheet's body-worn camera backing into a parking space, and single occupant is observed exiting from the driver's side of the vehicle. The male then walks across the street, confronts Andrew, then proceeds into the farmer's market. Approximately 10 minutes after this interaction, the same Lincoln pickup truck is observed pulling out of the same parking space and making a right turn onto W Olympia Ave. According to Andrew, the same male described previously, who he had gotten into a verbal altercation with, entered the vehicle. It is unknown if there were any additional interactions between Andrew and the male, as the video clip only depicts shows the white Lincoln pickup truck pulling out of the same parking space as previously observed, but no one is shown actually entering the vehicle from the perspective of Andrew body-worn camera. After turning eastbound on W Olympia Ave, the white Lincoln pickup truck slowly approached Andrew in the right lane with the passenger side window rolled down, and the driver suddenly sprays a large orange mist of chemical spray onto him. After reviewing the video, the driver of the vehicle and apparent sole occupant of the vehicle is observed holding a large black and yellow, approximate 16 ounces, Fogger can of personal defense / pepper spray with an orange trigger on top. The video quality is grainy upon zooming in for a more detailed image, but upon enhancing the brightness and contrast, the driver appears to be a white male, wearing dark sunglasses. He leans across the passenger seat as he is driving and activated the fogger using his right hand. It is evident that there are no other persons in the front passenger seat of the vehicle, and there do not appear to be any additional parties in the rear seats of the vehicle, dark tinted rear windows and passenger rear window only partially open. A few hours after speaking with Andrew via telephone, he agreed to meet at the Dollar General parking lot, located at 1300 Tamiami TRL, to provide a voluntary sworn recorded victim statement, attesting to his observations. Upon meeting Andrew, he confirmed that he did not sustain any injuries as a result of the battery and declined any medical treatment. He showed me the sign that he had in his possession at the time he was sprayed, and it was covered in an orange residue, consistent with the orange chemical spray that was released from the fogger. Photographs of the sign and attached PVC support poles were documented and will be attached to this report. Andrew then provided a sworn recorded victim statement that was consistent with the statement he provided during our prior phone conversation. He advised that, from his perspective, the driver of the vehicle was the person who sprayed him, and he believed the vehicle to be occupied only by a single person, as no others were observed in the vehicle. Due to the abruptness of the incident, Sheets was unable to provide a confident description of the driver of the vehicle. Andrew also stated that he would like to pursue criminal charges if a suspect can be identified. This recorded statement will be uploaded to evidence.com and will also be attached to this report. After reviewing all evidence submitted by Andrew, I performed an FCIC/NCIC check of the Florida license plate that was provided by Sheets. It was learned that the 2022 Lincoln pickup truck was registered to Investment Property Management Incorporated, with the listed address of 3837 Bermuda Court, Punta Gorda, Florida, 33,950. After additional research, it was learned that the homeowner of this address and owner of the business is Douglas Robert Engberg, hereinafter referred to as the defendant. I checked the defendant's driver's license photograph, which matched the physical description of the male who was captured on video having an altercation with Sheets prior to the battery. On Sunday, October 15, 2023, OFC Farley and I responded to 3837 Bermuda Court to make contact with the defendant. Upon arrival, officers observed a 2022 white Lincoln pickup truck backed into the driveway. The tag on the vehicle matched the tag provided by Andrew and also had a sheriff's office support tag attached. Additionally, the vehicle was equipped with polished chrome accent panels that matched the panels depicted on Andrew body-worn camera video. There was no orange residue on the vehicle at this time. Photographs of the truck were documented and will be attached to this report. Made contact with him and advised him that we wanted to question him in reference to an open investigation. He was advised that we were conducting an investigation and that I would be asking some potentially incriminating questions as he is a potential suspect. I asked the defendant if he was at the Farmers Market or anywhere near downtown Punta Gorda on Saturday, October 14, 2022, and he stated, "No, I wasn't at the Farmers Market." I requested that the defendant allow me to read him his Miranda rights to provide a voluntary sworn recorded statement prior to proceeding any further, but he declined. He stated that he did not want to be placed under oath, then inquired about the circumstances of the investigation that was being conducted. The defendant informed officers that the white Lincoln pickup truck is a company vehicle. The defendant was observed to be wearing clothing of a similar style to the clothing that he was observed wearing on Sheet's body-worn camera footage the previous day. OFC Farley asked him if he could recall what he was wearing the previous day, and he stated, "I don't." I then asked the defendant again if he was anywhere near the Farmers Market or the downtown area, and he stated, "The vehicle may have been. I wasn't personally there." I provided the defendant with my contact information and requested that he call me back if he changes his mind and chooses to provide a sworn statement. Several hours later, after receiving no further contact from the defendant, OFC Farley and I returned to his residence, located at 3837 Bermuda Court. During this interaction, I again requested that he allow me to read him his Miranda rights and place him under oath to provide a sworn statement, but he declined, stating he would prefer speaking with an attorney prior to providing any sworn testimony. During this second interaction, I asked the defendant again if he was anywhere in the area of the Farmers Market on the previous day. He stated, "I would probably revise that." He then corrected himself, informing me that he had to pick up embroidery work that he was having done at the Farmers Market. According to the defendant, he was dropped off near Mint, a restaurant located at 209 West Olympia Avenue, by unknown employees. He stated that after departing the Farmers Market, he was picked up by his employee, who was allegedly driving the Lincoln pickup truck, near Leroy S., located at 201 West Marion Avenue. I asked the defendant who else has access to the vehicle, and he stated, "Any of our staff members." The defendant was unable to advise who was specifically driving his vehicle since his employees are subcontracted out. Upon informing him of the events of the incident, he stated he had no involvement. Based on the aforementioned information and video evidence provided by the victim, there is enough probable cause to suggest that the defendant was driving the 2022 white Lincoln pickup truck at the time of the incident. Evidence suggests that he was the sole occupant of the vehicle at the time of the battery. A criminal history check was performed and the defendant did not meet the criteria for a PAD, as he has 3 prior misdemeanor charges. At this time, he was placed under arrest and secured in handcuffs. The handcuffs were checked for proper fitment and double-locked. The defendant was then placed in the rear of patrol vehicle number 144 and transported to the Charlotte County Jail without incident. The defendant will be charged with F.S.S. 784.03, 1a, 1, battery, intentional strike or touch another person. All Axon evidence and BWC footage will be submitted into evidence via property receipt. A victim notification form will also be completed and will be provided to jail staff. Signed October 15, 23, 1827 and 6 seconds.